special and unique. Did you get that sense tonight?
Yeah, I mean, probably at the end of the first period is when you got a sense that he was really feeling it and he could, do something special. Obviously, we don't want to give up 59 shots anytime, but sometimes a goalie's got to stand on his head, and that's got to be one of the best performances by a goalie I've ever seen.
At what point are you guys talking about, okay, we've got to buckle down for him now at this point? I know there's 2 points, but it's almost bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like the game flew by, and it was save after save after save. And, I mean, we were trying our best to limit the shots against, but they're a good team, and they were getting a lot of chances that, he was making the first save, the second and third saves, and it was just amazing to watch.
Have you ever witnessed a goaltender performance like that, either your goalie or the other team's goalie at any level?
No, I don't even think I've seen anything like that on TV. That was amazing. It's not like they were, 59 shots from the wall. It was grade A chances. They were chances that, we don't want to give up at all, but he was making saves, and it was fun to watch.
Just on your guys'
It's just an outstanding effort by him.
There's kind of two sides of it, Joe. I'm thrilled to see this guy have this amazing performance. At the same time, that's a lot of shots to give up in a game.
Yeah, 60 is too many shots, obviously, to give up. I mean, San Jose is the type of team who shoots from everywhere, but, I mean, it works for them. They get second, third opportunities from it, and, I mean, we can learn a little bit from them. I mean, just the way that they go to the net hard and shoot everything on.
At what point did you realize he was that dialed in, Brian?
I think they had like 20 shots in the first 10 minutes, and some of them were pretty good chances, and he was just standing there tall, and I mean, we could feel it on the bench that he was going tonight, and we wanted to play as well as possible for him, and when it comes down to it, he just played outstanding.
In the intermissions, did you guys just leave him alone, or did you say anything to him?
Well, he's a pretty talkative guy in the dressing room, and he brings a lot of energy to us. So I mean, he was talking to us, and we were talking back to him, just encouragement the whole time. I mean, we knew that we needed to be better. I mean, it definitely wasn't our best game, but I mean, lucky for us, we had a performance like that from Scrivy.
How tiring is having to make that many saves in the course of a game? How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. That's why you ride the bike and train and take care of your body. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I'm probably not the top guy in the NHL, but you got to make sure that when you do get a chance, you don't want fatigue to be too much of a factor. So,
what emotions are going through your head when you're getting absolutely bombarded, but you're also having a career game?
well, I mean, I thought a lot of their shots were from the outside. That probably helped the shot total. They did get some good chances. They got some good looks. But I mean, aside from the second period, I thought we had a pretty decent first period, and I thought the third period was pretty solid too. So to say we got bombarded the whole night is maybe a bit misleading. I think you don't score 3 goals on a good team like that without doing some stuff right.
At what point did you start to feel like, hey, I'm in a zone tonight?
Actually, I had an awful warm up, so it didn't actually. It was an inauspicious start to it, but yeah, it's one of those things where you try not to look at the forest while you're in the trees. You just try and focus on the process and give yourself a chance to make that save, and then as soon as the puck drops again, you try and focus in on the puck again. You don't try and get too far ahead of yourself.
You notice the guys just kind of start leaving you alone. Like I imagine players don't really know what to say much.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they don't. I mean, I think that when you start changing your game and adjusting how you're playing, depending on one guy's hot, one guy's cold, that leads to bad things as a team. So, if I had noticed that, I probably would have jumped on him and give him a little smack and said, "Let's go here. We got a game to play." So you don't want to see guys adjust their games for any reason. We want to have the same effort start to finish.
You set an Oilers record for saves in a game, and you set an NHL record for saves in a shutout. What goes through your head when you hear that no goaltender's ever done what you did in the National Hockey League tonight?
It's one of those nights. Very fortunate. I owe Shotkeeper a beer, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It's all this. I mean, I've said a lot of times. Every shutout you get is a team effort, and I know people roll their eyes at that, especially with shots are a bit lopsided tonight. But I mean, Nick Schultz blocks a shot right in the slot with I think like 5 or 6 minutes left. I mean, as a goalie, that shot's going in, right? Like that, I could tell that puck was going in. That's a huge block, and like I said, that's you don't get a shutout without a lot of help from the guys in front.
Mid-game, Jared Stoll sent out a text talking about the professor's advocate. I mean, you grabbed a lot of people's attention tonight. Just maybe an old teammate even making comments on Twitter, or competitor.
Well, I'd like to think of him as a friend more than just an old teammate. So it's great to have support. I guess you treat people well throughout your career, and generally people have your back in good situations.
What was the energy like for you on the ice when you see all these fans just get up out of their seats for you?
It was awesome. Yeah, the building was rocking tonight. It was a lot of fun to play. Let's hope we don't have to win them all like that, but we're extremely happy with 2 points, and we got 3 in a row now. So hopefully we got a good feeling in the room here, and that definitely helps us out, gives us energy from the crowd and how loud they were tonight.
David said that
in that moment, like, where they're chanting your name or there's a standing ovation? I mean, I know you're zoned in, but
I mean, you're aware, but again, you try to push it out, and you don't want to be patting yourself on the back and have one go in on you. So again, you try and focus on the process. I know it sounds cliche and you guys hate that, but it's actually the truth. So.
And David Perron said they gave you kind of the baseball treatment when you walked in here. They gave you about 10 seconds of silence before anybody even said anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I came in and that'd be good win, boys, and kind of an awkward situation, and then yeah. It's a lot of fun, Hopefully, we're having fun in this room because we've been playing extremely well. I mean, we've only won 3 in a row, but I thought we played really well against Phoenix. Played well against Vancouver in a 2-1 loss. So we got to keep the good feelings going here. I think that's when we're having fun. That gives us energy on the ice.
Ben, Joe Thornton's opening celebration. What would you say for a 59 shutout?
Good.
You score a couple. Yeah, but we competed hard, and sometimes the outcome's like that.
Is it a little easier to write it off, I guess, knowing that you just ran into a guy who made 59 saves?
Yeah, it just sometimes you're gonna have those games where pucks don't go in, and that was just the case tonight.
And it doesn't seem to be a matter of you guys not getting chances, like you've had a couple drier games.
Yeah,
but
no, we got a bunch of scorers on our team, so 2 goals or 2 games without a goal, it's nothing panic. We've had some good chances over those over the last 120 minutes. Just sometimes it just doesn't go in.
You go up against a goaltender like that, how do you keep the team just focused on keeping the pressure up? Because you guys were doing some pretty good things.
It's easy, we felt like we were playing good, we were getting chances, and it just you just kind of say hopefully get 20 on him this period and see what happens, and that's all we did. We just wanted just to continue to get more shots, and he just played well tonight.
Goaltender.
Yeah, we had enough shots. I think obviously a couple posts, but good quality shots. Some we missed hitting our spots, and some he made some good saves.
When you run into a goaltender like that, how do you keep the bench energized? Because you were doing some pretty good things, got a lot of shots on the board, obviously.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You just stick with it. You got to try and keep after him, and eventually you hope that it's going to break, and just keep getting shots.
What do you say to yourself after the first period? You got 20 shots. You got another 22 in the second. Like, do you change anything, or how do you pump yourself up?
First period, I think our shots. Coaches came in and said they all kind of from the outside, didn't have much traffic, and so in the second and third, we tried to get more plays in front, and get those second chances. Those if the goalie sees the first one, usually going to stop it, but try and get those second, third opportunities.
Have you been in a game like this previously where goaltenders made that many saves?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, it's one of those things. You run into a hot goalie. It's tough, but I think it's a good lesson for us that there's certain things that you have to do in order to overcome that and stick with it.
Is it pretty easy to put it behind you because you did get so many good chances? It's just a matter of time. The next game they'll go in, kind of thing.
Yeah, you have to put it behind you. You can't think it's going to be like that, but I'm sure there's going to be some video showing us things that we could have maybe did different, and a bounce here or there. But he played outstanding.
Good.
Who starts Saturday?
We'll have to see.
You guys were saying, like, at a certain point you realize you're watching something kind of, I don't know if special is the right word, but just kind of a unique performance tonight from Ben.
Yeah, that's how I thought our skaters were playing the game. We were watching Ben play. But it's one of these nights. I'm so happy for Ben and proud of him, and then you're mad at the same time. But I was just saying back there with the coaches, there is such a separation in this league between like San Jose and Anaheim and St. Louis and Chicago and LA, and then the rest of the teams that we've played. And that is a hell of a hockey team. And boy, you preach all the time that you need your whole team to win the game, and tonight I'm rethinking it. It looked like we needed to score a goal, and Ben won it on his own. An incredible thing to watch. I've never seen it before, and boy, hopefully I don't have to see that again.
Dallas, you said in the morning that the plan was you wanted to win a game 1-0. That was kind of the mindset going in. Obviously, you didn't plan it this way, but Ben obviously was listening to what you had to say.
Yeah, hey, listen, he was on, obviously, and I've seen that kid stop a lot of pucks. I've watched him develop from being in the East Coast League and up and down with our team with the Marlies, and then him turning into an NHL goalie. So I've got a history of him and with him, and I'm very, very proud of his development and where he is today. But we were overwhelmed in the game. I thought San Jose was just firing on all cylinders, and right from our back end to our forwards, we just couldn't shake it. We were firmly standing around watching, and we were playing a very cautious game, which you can't do in this league. You can't do it.
Can you pinpoint, and maybe it's hard when you get dominated like that, was it allowing them too much speed in the neutral zone, coming in the offensive zone all the time? What was it you thought was really the big letdown in front of scrimmage?
Well, I thought it was our inability to. It always goes back to the way you exit the zone, and we could not exit that zone for the life of us. They were on us, or we would take an extra second with the puck instead of it moving it quickly. And I think as we became more and more frustrated, we just kept getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And then, I thought Nuge's line brought us out of it a few times. I thought, Smitty, Joinsu, and Gazdic brought us out of it a few times. But we couldn't sustain it. It was like those were 2-minute shots in the game, 3-minute shots in the game. But I'll tell you what, our guys finished when they did have a chance, and that's obviously extremely important.
Was the team tired?
Well, we just had one of those mandatory NHLPA days off yesterday, and I was thinking about that on the bench because you've got to fit them in. We had just played back-to-back. It was a natural place to put it, but a lot of times what happens with teams is after a day off, usually that first practice back it takes them a while to get up to speed, and it seemed like we had a day off yesterday, but I don't think we shouldn't have been tired, but I just thought we were overwhelmed. San Jose is an excellent hockey team. They're a team that we aspire to be down the road, but we were overwhelmed tonight.
Dallas, at the end of the day, though, it's a 3-game win streak for you guys. You got to feel good the way the team is playing, and you won this game and you won the last 2, so.
Yeah, you can frame it that way. That's right. It's 2 points. There's been other times this season where I thought we deserved 2 points and we couldn't get them. And maybe this is it evening itself out a little bit. So we'll take it and be inspired by Ben's performance and get some rest, get on the plane tomorrow again and head east and get ready for our next game. That's all you can do. But being starved for inspiration, being starved for wins, Ben gave us some hope tonight.
Do you buy in that teams play better when they're confident in their goalie? And obviously after a performance like this, I'm assuming the next time he plays, that would definitely be an easy thing. Does that work as a mindset of a player?
Yeah, I think it does. I think when your goalies have played like our guys have the last few games, it gives your team confidence. Now, as soon as I say that in the back of my head, I'm thinking, well, they had a lot of confidence in Ben because they just watched them play tonight. So, but yeah, when a team and the players have great confidence in their goalie, I think they can push the envelope a little bit more, knowing they're going to get that save. So obviously, with Ben coming in and being new here, that performance obviously gives our players a real good feel for, what kind of guy he is. He's in that net stopping pucks, and every time out he was coming back to the bench, encouraging guys, giving reminders, everything. He was not only just stopping the pucks, he was great with his teammates along the way.
Dallas, I don't know exactly what your plan or your rotation is right now. It seems like winning, you stay in. When a guy shows you that he has that kind of level in him, do you have to maybe rethink the opportunity that you give to him? Like, will this make you rethink any of your plans for your rotation moving forward, given that he's shown he's got this level?
Well, yeah, obviously tonight after that performance, you've got to give it a long look and think about it, and we've got some time to do that. But the challenge is, and I can't say it that way. Like, he's not going to do that every night, obviously, but it's certainly earns him the next game.
Great, thank you. Thanks, Dallas.
All right, guys.
So what do you say about a performance like that?
Well, hats off to the goaltender. He was tremendous. Probably first, second, and third star. If he wasn't, he deserves it. Heck of a performance. And in all my years in the league, I don't know if I've seen that. So give him credit where credit's due. As far as our guys go, we'll look at the usual. Did we get enough traffic? Did we get second chances, which I think we did. And we attempted 100 shots on goal. That doesn't happen very often. The few mistakes we made, they're a very talented, skilled team. They were able to capitalize on them. Both of them face-off type coverages that we should be very polished in, and we weren't. So that's a little bit disappointing, and I didn't think our power play gave us a chance to come back. We were more dangerous 5-on-5 than we were with the man advantage.
2 periods in, 42 shots on goal. What were you saying to the team in the intermission to kind of just keep them focused on doing the little things and keep getting the shots on net?
We talked, again, what any other coach would talk about, the sight lines. We talked about continuing to be aggressive but being smart, not giving up anything. And obviously we did, so that didn't work. But there wasn't much to tell them. They believed they could score. They believed they had enough chances, but at the end of the night, we didn't.
When you're putting that kind of pressure on another team and you don't score, can it energize the other team in a way?
Well, of course it can. They begin to think that the goaltender's invincible, and he was. He was Superman tonight. He had the uniform on, and anything that we shot at him, he stopped. And as the night went on, they blocked more shots. They felt they were closer to the victory every time the minutes ticked off. And you have to give them credit for sticking with their plan as well.
For some people in this building, when you guys come in, the last few times you've really racked up points or racked up the scoreboard, that kind of thing. The more the game went on, did it feel like to you, like I think it did to a lot of fans here, that this just couldn't last? It couldn't be.
Well, like I said, we really believed we could score and come back, and we felt if we could get one, more would come. But the problem with that theory is that the one never did come. So it's as simple as that.
Thanks, guys.